Alright, now we go down to our last scheduled comedian. You see him toting around the boom-o-doom at all the marching band events. But now you get to hear the boom-o-doom that is the sound of his deep, seductive voice. I give you Dan Smolinsky!
All right. How do you work this? All right. So you've seen many comedians tonight, and perhaps some of you, in fact, since this is an open mic, hopefully some of you are thinking, that's really easy. And when you think about it, like, lots of people think that. No kid growing up is like, I'm gonna be a comedian when I grow up. But lots of kids want to, especially little boys, want to be baseball stars. But like, that's easy. Look at the pitcher. He's got a guy in the back telling him what to do, you know? Right? I want that. I want a joke catcher back there. So a man walks into a talent agent's office. Hey, I got the mic to work. All right. So knock-knock jokes, I think, are really underrated. Let's do one right now. One of you guys want to start? Who's there? Yeah, not so fucking easy, right? So, a lot of you may not realize that in this state, in New Hampshire, there is no motorcycle helmet law, which is why the slogan on the license plates is "Live free and die." So I'm from Massachusetts, which is why I know the traffic laws of neighboring states. But that makes me, you know, they say Massachusetts drivers tend to be aggressive, and that's probably true in my case. And that even carries over into the way I walk places. Like, you're walking up a narrow set of stairs. Well, this happened to me. I was walking up a narrow set of stairs, and someone was in front of me, and I'm in like a hurry to get to class, and they're like, you know, so I do the walking version of tailgating. Like, I'm coming up behind them. Not getting the signal, so the left lane opens up. I signal, pass by, throw the bird. You know, you have to signal. You have to respect the rule of law. I'm not that aggressive a driver. All right. So I'm not an actor, but I play one on TV. My dad always told me, dress for the job you want to have, not the job you already have. And I keep coming to work dressed the same way, but they've yet to promote me to Batman. Well, with my low-paying, non-Batman job, I have a lot of time to watch TV. And have you seen those commercials? We've all seen them, for the Christian Children's Fund, right? You know, the old guy, like, just pennies a day. That's the big thing, just pennies a day. Those commercials are so passive-aggressive. Like, it starts off, and the first thing the dude says is like, "You're not gonna change the channel, are you?" No. No. "You could save the life of this child for only pennies a day. I know you have money to spare. I know you have cable television." All right, well, what? Maybe you just forgot the phone number? Is that it? We'll put it on the screen. We'll put it on the screen for the next 97 seconds. Dial now. You have 97 seconds. Dial the goddamn phone. Okay. There have been a lot of trends in movies and TV, and for a while there was a trend in movies in like the 50s of 3D movies, and there have been a couple resurgences of that. Thank God 3D, well, sorry, I have to go backwards a step, but in the 3D movies there's always a lot of gimmicks, and there's always stuff coming out at you for no real plot-related reason, just to go, it's 3D! So thank God they never did 3D porn. Yeah. Okay, you guys been to the amusement parks where you watch the movie and then they spray water at you? All right. That's all. We need not finish that joke. Let's see. Sorry. Every nerd's best friend. I wish they would package Skittles and M&Ms together and call them S&Ms. They're painfully good. All right. If we want to move from sex to love, I'm a real sucker for love songs. But a lot of them hinge on sort of this poignant little pause somewhere in the lyrics. Like Elvis, wise men say only fools rush in. Pause. But I can't help falling in love with you. That's nice. Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, I may not always love you. He really leaves you hanging there. But as long as there's stars in the view. Okay. Here's how you don't do it. You are so beautiful to me. Last names, especially those which are English words, are really interesting because they tell you about someone's family and where they come from. Like, John Smith had an ancestor who was a smith. Karen Carpenter had an ancestor who was a carpenter. Where the hell did Alexander Pope come from? Alright, so the other night, a friend of me sees me smoking a cigarette, and he says to me, like, oh man, you shouldn't do that, that's really bad for your lungs. So I'm like, well, in the long run, like, it's not a big deal, I don't smoke that much, I only smoke when I drink. And I only drink when I'm awake. And I'm only awake when I do cocaine, so. Alright, everybody, thank you.
Dan Smolinsky is freaking tall! Alright, so that brings an end to the scheduled comedians portion of this show.